who, in one sense, rose to fame because of Barbecue Becky, and then threw his hat in the ring for first being on the Oakland Parks and Recreation Commission, and then finally to run for Oakland City Council District 2 against Abel Guillen and Nikki Bas, has something. He's got more name recognition, more search engine activity in terms of search than either one of them. Look at this. This is Kenzie Smith is 18, average. Abel is just 5, and Miss Bass is nowhere to be seen. See, he's in blue, Abel is in red, and Nikki is in the yellow. She is flatlined, and that's a bad thing because what it indicates is that there's no meaningful level of search curiosity about her. Right here, nothing. And that's because she hasn't done anything to make herself known, to get a lot of people to talk or be interested in her or blog or write about her. I've mentioned her, and I reached out to interview her, but she hasn't responded back. So this is all her fault. And it's one thing to think that you've got the wind at your sails because your own friend group is responding in terms of running for office, but what you want to have happen are people who don't know you talking about you. Kenzie Smith hasn't even had any political experience or exposure, and yet because of his relationship in the hip-hop community and because of Barbecue Becky in particular, he has huge name recognition now. Look at this. This is June of last year, 2017. He still beat them. See that? Okay? And then there was what was for him the happy accident of Barbecue Becky, which made him, you take a look at this right here, right there. Look at that. What does that say? 100. That's celebrity level in your area. Doesn't mean he's a full celebrity. When you hit 100, that means your intensity is high with respect to the norm. Okay, so let's scroll down here. Obviously, the spread's all in California. Okay, and take a look at California. We have sub-region, and we have here. Look at that, California. Abel does win here. Interest for Kenzie Smith. Abel Guillen 62%, Kenzie 38%, and that may and Nikki 0. This may be a bit of a foreshadowing how the election could turn out. You know, ranked choice voting could change things, but Nikki's got a lot of work to do. I mean, a ton of work. Okay. Those are the percentages. So it's interesting. Abel has 62% of the activity according to interest, okay, in subregions, right? But Kenzie has the greater intensity of search over the past year. So how to explain that? It's a good question because this is over the past 12 months. Let's find out what happens if we change this timeline, like to the past, say, past month. All right, what does it look like then? What it looks like is Abel's more competitive. Well, not much more competitive. Kenzie still has significant interest, and he has a greater average. Now, if we check over lifetime, right? Let's go back to 2004 present. Okay, this is what we'll find. And this is why Abel is greater. So we would have to conclude, based on this, all right, that, let's see, average over 2004, it's Kenzie Smith 7, Abel Guillen 6. Bell has some huge jumps. This was 2012, right here, okay? And this is Kenzie. But like I said, Nikki has nothing here. Absolutely nothing. And that's over the lifetime of Google Trends, right? Okay, now if we scroll down, and you can do this exercise at home, by the way, or mobile, or wherever. But if we scroll down, right here, excuse me for a second, because it's not scrolling. There it's scrolling. Right there, okay. California, obviously all in Bell. That's over 2004, right? The question is, if Kenzie beats Abel over a 12-month period, why does he beat him? Oh, you know why? Because I'm just theorizing here. This search intensity may very well represent more Oakland than California. However, if we look at California as a whole, Abel, because that's what this represents, California, Abel gets the search win. But this doesn't drill down to Oakland. See this interest by subregion? Look at this. Interest by subregion, Kenzie Smith, and 100, which means all of his search interest is in California, but I would bet it's more skewed toward Oakland, whereas Abel's probably has a wider state balance by virtue of the fact that he's the incumbent and is, been campaigning around the state for different causes and having different meetings for different issues. But there you are. Kenzie Smith is proven already to be a formidable entry in the Oakland City Council District 2 race. He's known more than you might think.